Scotland 1, Croatia 0. Welcome back to Fog Football. I'm out for a walk, late night walk with the dog, so excuse the wind and all that good stuff, but aye, 1-0. 1-0. I'll be honest, if John Mcginn doesn't score that goal, we are looking at a much more negative match review. It quite is that simple, because it may be the international break, but I thought I was watching Rangers. Rangers in disguise, all that good stuff, man. Honestly, that's what I thought. It looked like it was Rangers I was watching. Thankfully, McGinn came up with the goods, so I believe we're sitting the same amount of points now as Poland. We go away to Poland and all we need to do is win. You know, in our own hands, all that good stuff. So that is a major positive to have on the game of football. And to be honest, man, when Poland came to Hampden, should have beat them. Just really 3 bits poor defending tonight. Honestly, I thought defensively you couldn't really fault the team. I think the first half wasn't particularly great, right? And we were massively helped by the red. But we'll get into it. I've written notes, so bear with me as I get my notes up. But Clark, I don't think you could really fault Clark. I mean, I think the only thing you could maybe fault Clark for was potentially the subs. But then subs won us the game, didn't they? The subs absolutely won us the game at the end of the day. So let's just have a wee look at them. So obviously we begin the game. I thought Croatia, much better team. Kramovic has a shot pretty much immediately. Saved for Craig Gordon. Fuck Craig Gordon. I mean, it was a decent save for Gordon, don't get me wrong, but I think he made a meal at it, didn't he? It's like the ball was travelling in slow motion, and then Craig Gordon put it, and it goes out for a corner, and you're like, right. And then there was a few bits of sloppy play, and I've written throughout my notes Robertson's pish, and I just think Andy Robertson's so overrated, folks. Honestly, I look at the guy and just think, this guy has to be one of the most overrated players to ever play for Scotland, because when you look at it, I think most people would look at our squad and go, Andy Robertson's the best man in there. Like, if not like top 2, top 3. And I'm just not seeing it, man. I thought the guy was so defensively. I actually think Ralston had a better game defensively. And don't get me wrong, Robertson runs. He runs all day. But I mean, I did kind of half joke in the preview, I'd start Greg Taylor over him. Don't think Greg Taylor would have done a worse job tonight, put it that way. McTominay though, he's got a shot saved. It was good work for Doak. I thought Doak was brilliant. I'd give him the man of the match. I'd be shocked if another player, got man of the match. And you know, it's at this point with the red, it's like, right, I mean, it is a red, it's 2 yellows. The ref just, I mean, he has to give them at the end of the day. It's sloppy. It's a Kukic, and that takes it into half time. You're thinking, right, there's no way we lose this game. But under Steve Clarke, I still think a draw at this stage was very possible. And I say there's no way we lose this game, and you really shouldn't when it's 0-0, you're at home, and you're against a team with 10 men. But the fact of the reality is, you're against, you know, this is Steve Clarke football, folks. You've got to hold it to a different element, a different level than other things. But then the second half begins. I mean, it was early domination. Honestly though, Robertson, he was putting balls out of play. He was getting beat at the back post, like the ball would go over his head. I don't make it sound like on Fog Football we have an agenda against Andy Robertson. I mean, honestly, ever since the whole league deactivated his Twitter and he's the Scotland captain, I thought that was a bit pathetic. Ever since those days I've went off the guy. But I mean, if he scores the winner, if he scores assists or whatever, I'm going to back Andy Robertson to the, you know, I'm going to back him to the moon and back end of the day. But I think the guy is massively overrated. But enough about him. Ball goes to Gilmore, awful pass for Croatia, and he's just got to be composed here, Billy. But he doesn't. He balloons out, and I feel like there was a lot of shots ballooned, and you know. And I said at the time, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of differences. You know, there's a lot of comparisons in this performance, like what Rangers have been doing recently. But the problem is with that is, you know, I look at Rangers and I look at Scotland, and I mean, obviously Scotland have got more quality, right? And it's like, why can't these players show it? You know what I mean? Like, the finishing today was awful. Like, you know, you've got these guys like McTominay and Gilmore and players like that, and I thought the finishing was really bad. But Ben Doak missed the open net as well. Robertson, like I said earlier, he let Perisic have a free shot, which I thought was really, really poor for him. Really poor. Jake, what are you doing? Tried to ask for a few and Jake doesn't want to go a certain way. Right, Jake, we'll go this way then, if it means that much to you. Jeez, oh. Dog's arse is folded. 4th walk of the day. How many dogs? Leave it down in the comments down below, huh? How many walks does your dog get a day? And, aye. Because it might be more interesting in this match review, to be perfectly honest, but I'd say, come on, son. We're going right here, and you know it, and I know it. But yeah, like I said, Perisic gets a free shot here. I mean, drags it wide, but it's really poor for Robertson. Gilmore then gets an opportunity. Instead of passing it to Doak out right, he blazes over Pasalic and then chips Craig Gordon. Again, Craig Gordon, I thought he did enough here, forced them off. It was a brilliant pass for Luka Modric. And I think we've been blessed in this Nations League that we're, you know, you've got the likes of Ronaldo and Modric playing against you. Like, I know they're old, right? They're not as good as they once were, even though I think Modric is closer to what he once was than Ronaldo. You know, it's still good seeing them in the flesh and all that stuff. Goldo, ball out left to him, nutmegs the Croatia defender, tackles the next guy, plays to McTominay, out left to Robertson, guy balloons it over. It's like, this guy's had an off day today, Robertson. It's particularly off day. But then, great work for Ben Doak down the right hand side, cuts it back. Phenomenal for Ben Doak. He did this on numerous occasions, by the way, and he finds Super John McGinn, 1-0. I mean, after this, we did have a few chances to end it. Croatia never really threatened us, but that's to be expected when you're doing the 10 men. And we won. So Scotland won, Croatia 0, folks. And that's where we're going to leave the match review, because what else is there to say? Decent game of football in the end, but like I said, if you draw it 0-0, narratives change, agendas and all that good stuff, because I mean, I think with a draw it still would have been, I mean, with a draw nothing really changed, because we still have to beat Poland, you know what I mean? So, because I think if it came down to goal difference we smoked Poland, I'd need to look at it actually, because does it go to head to head? I think head to head would be stupid. But, you know, we're the only team to take points off Portugal with that 0-0 draw. So, I mean, that's a positive to be had. But, yeah, another positive, Ben Doak. Oh, what a player Ben Doak is, and it just shows you, give youth a chance. And Ryan Gauld, I thought he was brilliant when he came on. I think it's just a shame that with Ryan Gauld, it's took him so long to get into the national team setup. And it looks now we've actually got wingers that are explosive, got something about them. For so long in the Scotland team we've not had that. Anyway folks, till then, peace.